Welcome back to the second and final video on customer roleplay. Here you will observe rest of the demonstration and conclusions.
But if you can also give me an assurance that I'll get the metro project, then it will help me, get those resources and finish the work on time.
See, I'm ready to. I have said that. Okay,
Okay.
I'm ready to give you that metro project because I like the quality of.
Okay, I
First
appreciate
thing.
that. Thank
Yeah.
you.
But at the same time, I'm one question is in my mind.
Sure.
So I don't want any delays because first thing
Okay.
you are not showing any interest. You should have So last many days we have said that okay I'm interested, but Fountain is not coming up to me.
Right.
Okay, this what should be? So that interest
Okay.
is at scene. First
Okay.
thing.
Okay.
And I really doubt whether you will be able to complete it in deadline.
Yes.
In that timelines.
You mean to say the deadline of 25th February for the metro
So will
project?
you be? Are you assuring me that this will be completed in by that time?
I cannot assure you until I really talk to the stakeholders. So I will definitely have to go back to them. And this time, we also don't want to make a mistake of, ensuring that we are taking all the risks into consideration.
Mhm.
See, we had some risks. There are certain risks which were caused because of the, specifications being delayed. There were certain risks from our side, like attrition risks that we had overlooked. So this time, we want to do the right thing. We want to ensure that whatever date we commit, we actually deliver it on that because we are already actually, under pressure to do that. So we can try and get the resources from Paris and get the work done by 31st for this first project. But for the next project, I cannot give you a deadline until I understand more in details and I have the stakeholder at my end commit to me so that I can come to you and say we'll get it done.
See, because I would love to give that work to our founder.
I
That
would-
is my
yeah.
first priority actually.
Yes.
Right now.
Okay.
But at the same time, I want the assurance because I don't want to be again in a situation
Yes.
where I'm ready faced in front of my management.
No, absolutely.
And
I agree.
even the government is watching us. The
Right.
chief minister is watching me.
Correct.
Maybe prime minister must be watching this
Right.
project.
Right.
So I don't want to be red faced in
Yes.
front of them.
Yes.
So, right?
No, I appreciate that, and in fact, we want to finish it on this on time as well,
Mhm.
and we have a little bit more time for the next project deadline. I think it is 25th February.
Yeah.
While we are ready to take a hit on our markups,
Mhm.
and I'm ready to go back and contest my management
Mhm.
for basically trying to make AIDC successful. But I also need your support in terms of getting that project.
Yes. I'm always there with you.
Okay,
So
I appreciate that.
that is there.
Yes.
The only thing is I want your complete commitment that
That's
okay,
right.
this will be done and it will
So
be
this
good.
31st December is definitely a hard deadline. I think we need to meet
Yes,
that.
yes,
Okay.
we need
So
to-
I'll do everything in my capacity to get that done.
Okay,
But
thanks.
for the metro project, I would request you to give me a little bit more time, which is realistic. I don't know how much more time,
Okay.
but I need your support. And we will be proactive in coming up with our risk assessment
Mhm.
and we'll proactive in coming up with the date that we can commit so that you are not actually red faced in front of the
Yeah.
chief ministers and the prime ministers out there. So we'll try our best to ensure that we have more predictability.
Yeah,
we can
I
be
want that.
successful as a
I
team.
expect that from
Yes.
Fountain. Actually, I
Yes.
expect that from Fountain
Yes.
because finally this is my reputation also.
Yes, I appreciate that.
Okay. So,
Okay.
Yeah. So one more thing
Sure.
about this penalty.
Okay.
So you know about the penalty, right? 50 million I have already put
Right.
because of the late.
Right.
So I hope that doesn't again when if you go for 26 February deadline is not made, then again I'll think something of like penalty. So
Okay.
I hope that is okay with you.
And at the same time there will be the same kind of bonus. So for 31st we are shooting for the bonus, not for the penalty. For 31st deadline,
Yes.
we are
31st,
shooting for
I
the
mean-
bonus, right?
Yeah.
And for the next project, 25th, you want to add a penalty clause for that one. I think I can only come back to you whether with a realistic date,
Mhm.
and the realistic date, whatever we come up with, and also considering the constraints from your side, including constraints of land acquisition that you may have.
See, I see. This is the government project, so there will be lots of constraints.
You
from
can
this
you can put penalty if
See-
it is not because of any delays from our side.
Yeah.
You can put a penalty. We are willing to take any penalty if it is because of the delays from our added risks. For example, our attrition or anything. and we'll try to take those things into account. We'll get our house in order, and we'll ensure that we have the right people to get the work done. But however, I would request you to put a contingency in that penalty, that just in case there is a delay coming from the AIDC side, then we will be not penalized for the delays.
If it comes through from AIDC side, like land acquisition, whatever happens.
Right.
See, at this moment, that is, if it is from FOMDEL, then only that will be a penalty will be given to you. That I can assure, definitely assure.
Correct. Yes.
But I want the quality also, because of attrition. If you are putting some new people and not giving a good training or something, so I don't want that thing to, because last firm, that the quality was compromised.
Right.
And I am coming to FOMDEL because I expect that FOMDEL's quality will be maintained.
No, I think we will not dilute our quality. We are known for that, and that's why we are okay to give up on the margins, but we are actually trying to get our foothold in the India and Singapore market. So we definitely want to ensure that the quality is maintained.
Yeah.
I know that you have another meeting. We are running out of time. So I would like to just quickly summarize that, we will try and get everything done in our capacity to have that $20 million, 31st of December's date protected. And you would be, willing to give us the next project, which is right now due on 25th of February. But I can come back to you with a date that is more realistic and also agreeable to you. I would request that we have another meeting with our technical team.
Yeah,
with more understanding.
Speak to your technical team, but I'm afraid that this is. I don't think I'll be able to stretch a lot, because already this project is getting stretched a lot.
In that case, I think we'll have to look at the cost that we had earlier quoted for $67 million. If we have to, 67 million rupees. If we have to go beyond that.
You also know that this is not the lowest cost. So you lost this bid some time back, right?
Yes.
And then when looking at the quality what FOMDEL is offering, I have put my own words to the management saying that 67 is okay, but you are getting the quality and this thing. So if you are increasing it more, I will be again, I'll have to take that permission. And I don't think this is a government project. You know that. That if I am putting 454 and 67, already I am giving the bid to 67%, and now if you are making it more, so I'll be answerable to the people.
So, Mr. Francis, I think I understand where you're coming from. I understand your constraints also. However, we have learned a lesson. And whatever lessons we have learned from the past projects delays, we don't want to repeat the same in the next project. So allow me another meeting whenever you have a little bit more bandwidth, so that we can all come to an agreement on the cost. Please, let's keep both these items on the agenda next meeting. Right now, for now, let's all work towards the 31st deadline.
Because I want it very, that is crucial for me.
I'll do everything.
I expect that everything will be completed by 31st.
I'll try my best to get that done, and I'll basically, because that will also be a segue for us to get the next.
Because that is expected, and then you talk to your technical team.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
And then if they are whatever they are saying, then we can discuss about that.
Absolutely.
But I don't want to extend that anymore.
Right.
Because February is already this is already a delayed project and high visibility project.
And I also ask you, in case there is little bit more relaxation coming because of the delays of any. I mean, I know that you are very efficient in getting the land acquisition done, but if, for example, there is a delay, as a real partner with the transparency on a with a win-win philosophy in mind, you will be transparent with me and allow me to basically relax it.
See, we don't know each other from today, so we have a relationship going on.
Absolutely.
So definitely, I'll be letting you know what's happening.
Yes, absolutely.
So definitely, that is going to happen. So nothing changes in our equation. But professionalism is this is where I expect that FOMDEL will be a professional organization.
I think we will be more transparent, and we will not come to you on 15th and say that 31st is not. We will be more transparent. We will be more proactive in letting you know if we are getting.
Yeah, because now in 15 days I expect that your work will be over.
Yes.
And whatever you do, so that's your thing.
Okay.
And I just want one thing, assurance that your attrition and everything doesn't have any effect on the quality of.
Okay.
Okay?
Absolutely.
So I want my quality, I want my deadlines met, and I want my
Yes.
so everything has to be there from Formdale. So that
Yes.
is what it is.
Yes.
hope this is clear.
And we will get the next project with the cost and the dates both in discussion.
Yeah.
That we will come back to you, and I'll try to do my best to try to accommodate both.
Yeah.
As a total cost or total project, as a total, both the projects combined rather than taking them individually and trying to basically make you successful.
Great.
What are your thoughts on the role play? How did it go? In the following 3 slides, I have identified few of the SSC's demonstrated behaviors during the role play and my ratings of those behaviors. I will not read out the slides, but will give you a minute to glance through them. You will need to go back to them later for good understanding and learning. Have a look at these slides. Here I've given what the SSC could have done better. What is key to success in a role play when you are talking to a customer? Read the information carefully and underline and make notes on what is important. I'm talking about the case material. Be aware of the competencies and underlying behaviors that are going to be assessed in the role play. Identify what is expected outcome in the role play. Few outcomes are specified, few are not. Decide in advance how you are going to achieve the outcomes. However, in the meeting, you should not be giving out all solutions as if you know everything and have all the solutions. This does not look good. Draw out the customer in the discussion and create joint solutions. Maybe he'll tell you few things that you have not anticipated earlier. Incorporate them in your thought process. Learn to dance in the moment. Please understand the assessor will never stonewall you. Even if he does so, it is your intelligent effort, diligence, and perseverance that will be assessed and not the assessor's behavior. Some more points. You drive this activity. The assessor will react based on how you conduct yourself. Keep a watch in front of you, monitor time, and complete what you had planned to achieve. Once you have made a point, with due emphasis, depending on its importance, do not keep repeating it. This does not add value to the narrative. Move on to the next point on the agenda. Try to understand clients' concerns and needs through probing questions. Be an active listener. Try to create solutions jointly with the client, keeping clients as well as your own organization needs in view. Think of immediate and long-term solutions. Think of building long-term relationship with the client. Try to use data and information, particularly financials, from the case as much as possible. This greatly enhances your performance in the role play. Do not be afraid in using commercial and financial information. End the meeting with clear agreement and actions on all issues. If you end the meeting 1 or 2 minutes before the scheduled time, it's okay, but it should not be too much earlier. Well, this brings us to the close of our learning video on one-on-one role play with the customer. Watch our videos on behavioral event interview, case analysis, interview exercise, group discussion, group simulation, and more. For any queries and clarifications, please write to the email that is given here. We also assist you to create better insights and master the techniques through personalized one-on-one coaching. Happy learning!